Hello, people. Welcome by new Q&A. My name is grimarthar, ceikeverjn, and I'm your host for today. Take a little bit of drink, would you? I'm gonna to answer some of your questions you have, if you have. I do any Sunday Q&A about veganism and animal rights. So, if you are interested in those stuff, write your comments down, and I will answer them in the next Q&A. I am vegan for the majority of my life now. I am vegan for animal rights issues and for environmental issues. Veganism is about ethics and morality. Veganism is not about health. Veganism is about environmentalism in a certain way, because us destroying the environment does also hurt other animals that live in that environment, like the bees. So there is a connection between animal rights and the environment. And since there is a connection, do you get it? This is not true for health. You being healthy does not necessarily make this world a better place. Make it for you, maybe. But for all other things, does not matter. We are not very important for the earth. Like I said, saying in many of my videos. And that is not me being negative. It's just me being realistic. Oh, I see wrong title on Twitch. So let me change that. Give it the right title, the same title I did. Have here YouTube on the mirror of the throne. Why is it still not the right title? It seems to be now the right title. Okay, so for your people, Something about myself is that I'm vegan, like I say, for the majority of my life. I also sometimes play MMORPGs on Twitch. Yeah, no, and also other games on Twitch, but just most of the time I do in the winter period, because then it is too dark to actually pre-record my videos about activism stuff. And I've already tons of videos. You can also watch old videos of me back in the winter period next year. They are also deserve some attention, not only my new. I think so. One of the reasons we are not important is, what do you think what happens if we are disappearing? Think a little bit about it. Yes, first you can say that some nuclear reactors will explode because there's nobody to cool them down. But after the disaster, what happens if you don't put toxic stuff anymore over a long time in the environment? Indeed, it will clean up without people destroying the rainforest for making houses or land for cattle. The rainforest will, over time, long time it will take, but it will slowly grow back. And the acidity in the oceans will, over time, will be dissolved and will be spread to wider places. So the toxicity will be disintegrated. The fish populations will go higher again without predators like the Homo ridiculus. Owl is a terrible manager of nature. So, we are thinking we are so special as a species. But where do we have that arrogance? Why do we think that? Where do we get that idea from? Because we walk on two legs? Because we have different kind of color eyes? Because we make tools? Oh, he's a psychopath who deserves a knife in his throat. He's a kind of a guy who eats a lot of meat, is he not? And also hunts. Hunters are a bunch of cowards who need a gun to compensate for their own lack in toughness. I bet people like Patrick Babumi can kick his butt easy. At least that is how that guy where you were talking about sounds and look like. He makes me poke. Uh, I guess kid, you were a fan of him, and therefore you dislike my video. You are so pathetic. Yeah, I'm not a nice vegan. I'm a badass vegan. How says things like there be? All those guys here are vegan, and they can all kick your in the andere ass. By the way, oh, so I know how it is now. I bet this kind of he's a royalty or something like that. That Andrews. That means he is trash because all royalties are trash. This guy look like a troll. Do you not think? Prince Andrews looked like a troll. Yeah, he looks like a troll. I don't know how he is, but he looks like a troll. He's royalty, then he must be a hunter and because most of those scumbags are hunters. Sorry, if you want to hear good things about royalty from me, then you are on the wrong address. I have a never burning hatred for royalty. There are pampered, narcissistic little fucks. I'll never get to do anything for their status. They are born in a golden crib. Now, veganism is the only right way. And if you think veganism is morally wrong, prove it then. Being vegan does only mean that you are not killing innocent, defenseless animals. If you are being against that, then I suggest you are like Hitler. I was saying, oh, morality is subjective. No, it isn't. By the way, I was thinking that I did blog that guy. Because he is shit. That priest guy. I see, there are other people also that block this guy. Because he's a troll. Maybe I should not react to trolls. If royalty was actually doing something with our money instead of going luxury vacations and having multiple houses, having an own private airplane, and all those stuff that don't need it. Maybe then I respect him if they also stop the barbarity of hunting. If they were like Ahsoka the Great, did break free from his savage way of life and his savage traditions of his royal societies. But instead, most kings and queens are self-entitled, wasteless pieces of trash, like that Prince Andrew. I did have a relationship with a 16-year-old girl. He's a pedo. Yeah, he's a pedo, that guy. He should be put in prison. Is that good? By the way, is that Prince Andrew also friends? Was he also friends with that pedo of Hollywood? That Winefield guy? Are you there still, little kid? Fly? Or did I piss you off by calling Andrew a psychopath? Yeah, according to YouTube owner, Google, Wikipedia, he is a member of the royal family, British royal family. He's the Duke of York. I think a duke is a kind of the same kind of position as a lord. His father looks like a serial killer. He looks like Satan. Look at his red face. Look at his red face. Look at his demon-like red face. So, any questions anymore? Any questions? By the way, I think also I find here an article that his wife, she's now not, she's now quite old, but still 26 years late, 26 years, holy crap, 26 years age difference. She's married to her father, legally. How can you respect yourself as a prince, whatever, or count or something, whatever, whatever, what title you have? Be married to somebody that can be your child. That's a scandal. Why do people ask me questions about some weird, perverted weirdo of a prince or you are? Please explain to me. If you watch this later, your kid guy, explain me why you want me to talk about that Duke of York. How is not vegan? How is dating a woman that is 26 years younger than him? How he did date it when she was underage? First, what the freak? He's not. Alright then. Chill out. Take a little bit more tea. So, is somebody else with a question? It does not go about guy that dates a woman that is 26 years younger than him. how looks like a tyrant, and how his father looks like Satan. If you are not convinced, that's the father of Prince Andrew looks like like the devil. Look at his father's face. Look at his face. Tell me he's a strap on his neck. He's literally the devil. So such a face as he have, so reddish, you only can get from red meat. And all the toxicity that is in here. Like the hema iron. His diet was not good. Prince Philip. I bet he did get cancer or heart attack or something like that. With that fast. So what I'm going to do today? Tell me. I'm gonna to play maybe in a half hour for 1.5 hours a bit of World of Warcraft. If nobody's coming up with questions for me. Because right now I've not so much taste reading stupid carnists comments. I can also make some space for that now, but I'm not going to do that for my whole evening today, if nobody's coming. So tell me if you are there. Please tell me. If just somebody's watching now. It will be fun. I also gonna to this week I will release my version of February Scary, like what Joey Copstrong is doing. So I start with one about the dairy industry. Maybe I'm gonna, if I have time, also edit and film others. I need to go to the toilet. So so. I'm going to read some comments from my other channel now. I think I have more funny comments on some of my other channels. Maybe my older channel. This is one of my old channels. Kidding. Don't understand me wrong, but maybe I have more funny comments on my backup channel. The channel that is now my backup channel. Not so much my videos right now put on it, but I was thinking about turning that into my backup channel. And then I decided to change and take another backup channel also. But let I look at some comments here. Oh, the documentary about apologist. I don't know what kind of credits that is. Personally, I've never had mankind more than at this very moment. They are ignorant and short, sighted idiots, full of greed, on of the hand you have selfless person who understands that we all think everything is interconnected. Thank you, Paul Watson and Shisha Rule. Keep fixing the good find. Now, this is a nice comment. As a biologist, if I will always say, I feel actually completely that the whole time. I'm embarrassed because of my own species for the barbarity we are doing, and if you have an open mind enough to take this criticism of your own species and have the capacity to put yourself out of that mindset of that you are a member of that species. Look, like I did say earlier, we are far less important than we think. I have also many videos where I talk about stuff like that. For example, my video about this one. For example, this one, where I talk about the environment, about phytoplankton, whales, and carbon. It's a very interesting video with a lot of sources, like I always do in my not live stream videos. We can watch it right now if you want. And also for the people that still watching me, even after I did rant a bit about how I dislike royalty, I have also a video where I talk more about that stuff. That video I did make last week, and it is basically called "Why do we care so much about royalty? Why do we focus so much about celebrities?" I mean, that's the title of it. Sorry, I did have a little bit of gas. So, because I was drinking so much water. So, where is it? Yes, it is pretty dark in my home. I do not deny that. I did try to make the video as best as possible with the amount of light I have in my house. So please forgive me. It is not 100% superior style lighting. Now, animals are fighting back, like they always do. It is you have not the brain capacity to understand that you are. Oh, yeah, indeed. Good. I did not read the last part of your. It is indeed correct. Animals are 100% sentient, and that's what the Cambridge Declaration of Consciousness you raise your own animals? That's, by the way, insane. Are you also raising your own children for pedophilia rings? For humane raised pedophile victims? Raising animals is not humane, specifically if you are raising them for consumption. There's not something as a humane way of murdering some being that does not want to die, by the way. How deluded are people to believe that animals want to die? All animals want to live. They all fear death. See yourself in others, and how can you hurt? Peace begins on the dinner table. This guy is a totally psychopath if he actually truly goes to raise his own animals and then kill them after seeing them grow up. So basically, I try to understand my position. You're raising a living creature. A living creature, I suggest you are getting a burnt wood if you are not raising it in a factory. And then, after some years, you are going to slay it. Does that not sound a little bit psychotic? Just saying. People are fucked with. Fucking out. If they think there's an humane way to murder. So, imagine that somebody wants to humanely kill people. He gives them medicines, sleep medication. You don't feel any pain. Is that okay? And why not? You say that there's a humane way of murdering. And if you say, oh, there are humans and there are animals, that's what racists say. That means you are a bigot. If you say, oh, dogs are different or cats are different. If people in China say there's a humane way to killing dogs or cats, why not just go vegan instead of raising your animals and then murdering your slaves? So that's so mind-blowing. It is not hard. If you have 1/6 of an acre land, you can grow enough food to feed yourself. It takes 3 acres of land to feed yourself on a standard Western American style diet. Do the math. The animals have to eat stuff. They have to shit. It's totally wasteful, animal agriculture. It is only sustainable because of subsidies. It takes up to 26 out of plant to create 1 pound of flesh. More than 2,500 studies have shown that animals are conscious or aware. So it is time that you, dear non-vegan, stop being a bigot and give those animals just the right they deserve. Do you understand, late? And anytime people say they should respect royalty, maybe they should stop being a bunch of cowardly scumbags before they ask for respect and for their royalty defiance. Before they ask for that, maybe they should extend some mercy and compassion to other living creatures on this planet, instead of a bunch of bloodsuckers, a bunch of profiteers who benefit from the wealth of their state, country, kingdom. And extend some mercy and compassion to other earthlings, like the 2.8 trillion marine animals and the 70 billion plant animals. freaking weirdos eat or hunt. Hunters are the lowest state of cowards. Except with people who know what happens to animals in the animal agriculture industry and still doing what I do. Because they don't have even the courage to hunt with their own hands like lions do. And why do they do it? With a gun? With a metal dick? Because they're cowards. And I know that they don't can win. Because there are fake carnivores and fake omnivores. If you are truly a carnivore or an omnivore, you damn well can hunt animals with your claws, with your nails, with your teeth, with your speed. Instead that you need a metal dick, or a knife, or some other tool. So, I hope you enjoyed my ranting about Prince Andrews, the Duke of York, and about why royalty is totally royalty, and why people should go vegan, and why carnists are dumb, basically. Because they are using the same kind of arbitrary excuses that slave masters were using, and they were fighting against if you care about dogs or cats. That the Chinese use. Chinese people say tradition. They say tradition for their psychotic things. So, peace, people. Peace. Do you know where that begins? On the dinner table. By what you eat on a daily basis. Good people don't talk about mercy and kindness. They actually give it by not paying people to massacre defenseless living beings. When darkness and light become one, the reality is splintered away and the truth becomes visible.